Hey there, it's Jerome Stone, and this is part 3 in our series of videos on helping you to learn how to meditate and how to use meditation at work and mindfulness as a way to decrease stress that you experience and show up more present at the bedside. Now, this is totally off the cuff. This is not scripted. I'm not working with any teleprompter or anything. I'm just speaking to you. In the previous videos, what we've discussed is how to meditate, and we've gone through a few of the methods. Right? We've learned what meditation isn't, which is trying to close our eyes or blot the world out. And we also talked a little bit about some of the obstacles to meditation. But I keep on getting questions from people of, well, that's very nice. You know, I can sit on my couch or I can sit on a cushion or do something like that. But what do I do at work when things are really stressed out, you know? What if I'm really under stress? Well, I've been a nurse. Remember, I've been a nurse for now. I'm in my 34th year as a nurse. And I've dealt with all the stresses you've dealt with. I've worked intensive care for 12 years. I've worked emergency room, oncology. I've worked med-surg floors. I even used to do ambulance work. So I know what it's like to have so much stress and to feel so, that you really start losing your mindfulness and awareness. And I've lost my mindfulness and awareness many times before. What I found, though, is as we learn to consistently and persistently practice the art of meditation and mindfulness, what we can do is take all of the situations that we experience at work, you know, bad staffing, heavy patient care, you know, patients who really don't like us, or maybe we don't like them, or some peers who we consider to be difficult, right? We can use all of that as a substance and the source for our meditation practice. You know, the expression learning opportunity, well, we can use every single example of every kind of stressor we encounter at work and even at home as our opportunity and invitation to practice meditation. So, when we're at work and when things are stressed out, the first thing we have to do is we have to remember to remember. And what are we remembering? To come back to our breathing, right? As I've talked about before, the breath is what we use to anchor our mindfulness. And it's, you know, across all contemplative traditions, breathing is what we use as a focus for our meditation, for our mindfulness. So if we're walking down the hall and we're stressed out, what we do is, and I sometimes call it the 1-minute meditation, because what we can do is before we enter into a patient's room, it may be our favorite patient to work with, or maybe our least favorite, but before we walk into the room, we simply and breathe out. And the amazing thing is, and there's been some research done that actually shows this works, is if we become a little bit experienced with using the breath for meditation and as a centering breath, sometimes what it's called, then just one breath, one simple breath, can bring us right back to the present and get us centered and can actually help calm and moderate our physiology, mediate the stress. So the reason I'm standing up here instead of sitting down as I've done in previous sessions is because I want to show you that meditation can even be done standing up. Here I am, standing, looking at you. I'm aware of the picture behind me. I'm aware of this, not a teleprompter, but the screen of my iPad there. I'm aware of the door there and the light there. It's all okay. It's just within my environment. But meanwhile, I'm staying focused on you. And you know what? I'm not distracted. I'm not worried about what you're going to think about this video. Maybe I should be. I'm not worried about what I'm going to say. Maybe I should be. All I am is non-distracted. You could almost say that what I'm doing right now is practicing meditation. I'm simply aware and focused with you right here, right now. And when you think about it, if you can bring that kind of focus to your work, then suppose it's 9 in the morning and you haven't passed your meds, or you have one heavy patient who's demanding all of your attention and everything's kind of starting to go crazy in your mind. You just come back to the present. You can use your breath. You can put a sticky note on your computer or somewhere where you happen to be working, maybe at a nursing station, where you can just remind yourself, come back to the breath. So suppose we practice meditation right now, wherever you are. Hopefully you're not driving in a car, but wherever you are, just watching this video, just begin by watching the breath. That's all. And we watch the breath as it comes into the body and as it leaves the body. We're not trying to do anything with the breath. We're simply being aware and focused. See, it's amazing because as we learn to do this more, we really can get to the point where we can use what we learn at home in a formal practice. And by the way, I do really always recommend doing a formal practice. It's like strengthening the muscle. You wouldn't go out and run a marathon without training. The same thing is you want to be able to train in meditation, in mindfulness at home. So when you have to use it, whether at work or at home or out shopping or whatever, you have that tool and you've exercised your meditation muscle. So simply dropping into the present right now. Am I meditating? You could say that. Again, I'm not distracted. I'm not thinking about anything actually. So here, I'm not even thinking about the next thing I'm going to say to you. And it's fine. Because what will come, right? Okay, look, what I'd like to ask of you though is, was this video helpful? Do you want more practical instruction? Do you want me to really go through the steps? Or are these weekly videos working for you? Please let me know, because I want to know that what I'm doing is working for you and serving you. And ultimately what I want to do is put together an entire video series that you can sit and look at and watch anytime. And there may be longer videos than these, but a series where you can watch anytime, anywhere, even at work, even on your smartphone, or even on your work computer or on an iPad, where you can just ground yourself in these practices. I'm doing this for you. And so what I'd like to ask you to do for me is let me know what works, what is working, what might not work, and anything else that you need to know. All right, have a great day, have a mindful day, and may all the great work that you do benefit infinite numbers of your patients.